Y'all, welcome back to the Bunny Barn. Today, we are going to need to talk about something very important here. It is very dear to my heart. It is very, very serious. We need to talk about the Power Rangers. Seriously, this is like some serious shit right here. Okay. Since I've been in bed mostly because of my sprained ankle, I cannot do much, I can't go say hello to people. Sorry, I just got so close. I was fixing my pillow. Again, I just go around, say hello, and I'm over here isolated and alone and nobody to talk to. So it's like, okay, what can I do, luckily I've had like Crazy Cat and Corinne that have been talking to me a lot lately through Messenger because, I can't go anywhere and socialize in the real world. Not that I really ever do. But anyways, let's get to the point here. Okay, so obviously I couldn't do anything. I had to watch Netflix. What did I see on Netflix? I saw the Power Rangers because I was like, oh, I should watch every episode before the movie, which comes out in March, I believe. Because I do want to see the movie, but at the same time I'm debating, should I just wait for it to come on Netflix? I am not sure. It depends if I could get a group of friends to go and we could go watch it, and if I could go get a green Power Ranger shirt. I'll even settle for pink. I don't care because I like them both. So I like them and the Blue Ranger. Those were always my favorites. Billy, of course, not the little kid. The little kid kind of annoyed me, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, as I was saying, as much as I love the Power Rangers, I have a lot of questions. I mean, there is maybe, I don't know, okay, some of them might be questions. Some of them I'm just gonna say what I saw. And just to let you know, I saw the first 60 episodes, 60 episodes, and that was the first season, even though the first season is 13 episodes. But I was like, okay, whatever, Netflix, whatever, I'll just go along, whatever. And I got to the point where Tommy is still the Green Ranger, and he is slowly losing his powers with the coin because of the time where they had Rita saved all his powers and made it into like a green wax thing. Some of the shit didn't make sense, I'm not gonna lie, but they tried. At least some of the stuff they tried. Let me go ahead and talk about some stuff here. I noticed that I feel like they just filmed different stuff in different days, and they weren't even sure which script it was going to go on. Mainly the fighting scenes. I'm talking about the fighting scenes here, because I know there were some continuity errors going on. Because I remember there was this one episode, it was about mainly Trini, and Jason and Tommy were in their Zords, and Trini comes out running out of some building or whatever, and she goes, Jason, Billy, when that was Jason and Tommy. I was like, what the hell? Billy's not even there. What the hell are you doing? Like, I'm convinced like they just weren't sure. Like I'm pretty sure some of the times, and this does happen on set a lot, you guys, sometimes the scripts are not even done. Okay, so just to let you know, sometimes the scripts are not done, so there will be fuck ups. But there's a lot of continuity issues. I have nothing so serious like in high budget movies. I've seen like high budget movies where it's like, whoa, it's like, I was like, that's a high budget film. So I've noticed though, also that Tommy, I mean, I get it, he was just like the extra there, like not like an extra, but like in the background, but he was like a bonus, you know what I mean? And every time when he will come and call out the Dragon Sword, why was he always on top of a construction site? Like I'll put in clips and stuff like that. It's just the camera watching my laptop as Netflix is playing. I'll put that in. I'm never gonna do any of those, where I'm putting clips on here or anything like that, you guys, just because that is a big hassle to edit. And second, I don't want to be flagged or anything, because even I know there is something called fair use, and technically I should not get flagged or anything, because what I'm doing is fair use of just like, watching it from my laptop or whatever. But people will go ahead and go after you that work for Saban or whatever, and they will try to get it down. Even then, you gotta go in and fight for it, and then eventually you end up winning, because yes, it is right to fair use, but I just don't want to deal with that. Okay, but I will insert clips. But yeah, Tommy was always alone on some construction site calling out the Godzilla thing. I know it's Dragon Sword or whatever it's called, but I'm gonna call him Godzilla or her Godzilla because it looks like Godzilla. Okay, he was Godzilla. Tommy was Godzilla. Okay, I don't fucking care what people say. He was Godzilla. See, he's always the last one to get like the news, and there you go. See, he's on that thing all the time. What the hell? And how do they know he's there? Can they really hear that flute from like far away? How can nobody see that fucking thing come out from the water? Seriously.
Now let's pull together and show what we got. Nothing to it but to do it.
If Jason, okay, hold on. Let's see if they show it here. This is gonna be confusing. Watch. Okay, he goes into the other one, into the Dragon Sword, Battle Mode, whatever. Who the fuck is doing this one? And let's see, I think, let me see if you see that Tommy's not even in there. Oh my god, no. If anything, Tommy like fucking disappears out of nowhere. He doesn't even like show up. See, he's not even with the game. He does that a lot. Why are you restarting everything? I don't get this. There he goes again. It's the same fucking episode. Do you ever get in the Dragon Sword or whatever that thing is called? I guess he's the only one who could like direct it from afar. Fuck, just seriously, what the fuck? Why are you doing that again? Why? You guys just did that. Why? And this is still the same episode. Let me see. Where'd you fucking go? Oh, A Star Is Born. It's still the same episode. Oh god. So he was always alone there, and then oh my god, the ADR in this fucking show. I noticed it was only bad when it came with Rita and her henchmen. At first I thought, well, maybe Scorpina doesn't know English that well, so they had to do some kind of ADR. And I was like, no, Rita's white. She could speak English. Like, why are they doing it over her so badly? Rita annoyed the fuck out of me, dude. I don't know how she did not annoy the hell out of me when I was a kid, but she annoyed me so badly. I am not gonna lie. Every time when I saw her and her henchmen make some kind of stupid plan that was just gonna come out bad, I just went forward. I didn't not even need to watch that. I just wanted to watch, you know, whatever teen drama was going on and the fighting scenes. And let's go ahead and talk about the fighting scenes. I will give credit to where credit is due, unlike a lot of people on here on YouTube that don't know how to fucking do that. But I will tell you this. They had a good fighting choreography. They do. They really have a good fighting choreography. Yes, it was predictable, but at least they learned how to fight. I know some of them already knew martial arts. Like Tommy obviously knew martial arts his whole life or whatever, and the other ones sort of knew, but they were learning. And yes, Kimberly was a gymnast, so, and they all incorporated that into their, you know, their fighting skills or whatever. So anyways, I really did like the choreography. It was really nice to see, and it was really, you know, well done. Unlike Mortal Kombat was so bad, because it was literally, look, imagine these are the legs, or no, the foot. Okay, I don't know. Okay, but anyways, it'll be a high kick and another high kick, and of course the person will duck and then duck and another high kick, twist, turn, that's all it was. And maybe a flip here and some blocking. That's all Mortal Kombat was. It was so bad because, and so sad because Mortal Kombat It's about martial arts. It's like, you were to think, if you're gonna have a shitty story, at least concentrate on the martial arts, man. It's like, come on. I'm pretty sure Street Fighter was the same, and maybe the only one who made it cool was Jean-Claude Van Damme. And I don't know what other fighting movies are out there. I'm pretty sure I've seen a few that they're just really, really bad when it comes to choreography. But, you know, the Power Rangers, I will give them credit that, you know, they actually did a pretty decent job on their fighting skills, and they were willing to learn and everything. I just thought there was this one scene that was really stupid. It was in the first season, and it was called the pollution corn. And, you know, the team, you know, the Rangers are over there, you know, trying to save the environment or whatever. And Rita sends out this unicorn monster. And I just thought it was so stupid what Billy said. And he's supposed to be the smart one. I even wrote it down so I could quote this shit. He said, "The pollution corn derives its power from its horn." No shit, really? I thought it was going to be from his ass. I don't know. But really, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure we saw that. It's like, and I'm pretty sure if you see a fucking unicorn monster, the first thing you're gonna know is, okay, all his powers is gonna come from his horn. I need to watch it because that's what unicorns are fucking known. Okay, I was like, wow, that part was so special. It was so special. Also, because somebody answered me that was the Angel Grove Youth Center, was that part of the high school? Because it always looked like it was across town. Like, I don't know. They always looked like they left school and then they went there. And I just thought it was just, like, so weird. Because, like, the principal will sometimes be there. And then sometimes the teacher will sometimes be there. Miss Appleby or whatever her name was. And Bulk and Skull was always there. Like, oh my god, why are you guys always there? You guys don't do shit. You guys don't work out, okay? It's like, you're not working out. Why are you guys there? Like, I know. You guys are going to be like, well, they had this startup trouble and that's what made it funny and blah, blah, blah. They had no reason to be there. They never fucking worked out. And then I noticed a lot of the footage was reusable because every time when they'll show Angel Grove Youth Center, there was that same Toyota in the front. I think it was a Toyota. I'm not sure, but it was like a Toyota red truck. It was always right there. And there was always like this same girl walking. And because I recognized her little French braid with a really, really big ribbon in the back. I was like, oh my god, they reuse a lot of footage. It's so sad. I mean, I know you were the thing. Well, this is from what eventually I found out from the original Green Ranger. I think it was like through his Snapchat. No, not Snapchat. I think it was through his Instagram. I'm not sure. But he said if it's one thing about Saban, which owns, you know, Power Rangers, and Disney, is they're both cheap. And I can see that. I've always heard that Disney's very, very cheap. Very, very cheap with their workers. Okay, watch this. Watch this. See? It's so fake, the shield. They could have at least made it a little bit better. I mean, I'm pretty sure by that time they got a higher budget. I'm like, okay, maybe they... Because, like, you were to think, like, eventually they made so much money off action figures and stuff like that. You were to think they'll add in new footage, better ADR. I don't know if there ever is such a better ADR, but you know, you were to think they will get better, but no. And is it just me, or did it seem like Power Rangers, like the first 60 episodes ran for years? It's like when you're a kid, it's funny because even my dad said this to me. He's like, have you noticed when you're a kid, things just seem so long, but really it wasn't? And it's like, yeah, I was like, it like Power Rangers just seems so long. I stopped watching Power Rangers as soon as Kimberly left. Okay, 3 Rangers I liked. I always liked the Blue Ranger, the Pink Ranger, and the Green Ranger. I like primarily green, so that's why I aim more for the Green Ranger. But here's the thing, I am going to close this off with you guys. I am going to close this video off because I don't want to make it too long or anything. The Power Rangers, even though it was cheesy, but it was like cheesy and not in a very pukey way, at least. They had valuable lessons in their stories. I will admit that. I mean, you know, they had some like goofy little things I didn't get. Like Jason was always very big on teaching everybody to believe in themselves and to have self-confidence. He was always promoting that. And you know, so when I look back into that, and Zach did the same thing too. So when I look back and all that, I was like, you know, they actually had like really good words of wisdom here. It wasn't like And they seem like they actually meant it, because sometimes you could just tell, like in these kids shows, like, I'm getting paid to say this, you know. That's what it seemed. So I was like, wow, they actually looked like they kind of meant it. It was like weird. And you know, I'm watching this at 28 years old, you guys. When I first saw Power Rangers, I was 6 years old. So you know, rewatching everything was actually kind of nice to see all this again. And the most important thing I thought was really important as well, and I don't even think anybody remembers this, which is quite sad. It's very sad. But Kimberly actually taught us all a valuable lesson for us girls, or even if you know, if you're a guy. But she taught us to keep going after your dreams and don't stick around for a guy. She really, I mean, I think if I remember correctly, I think Tommy did kind of encourage her to go. But you know, she could have stayed, because most girls would have stayed and ruined their lives because for love. You know what I mean? And then you don't even know if that love relationship is going to like move forward or anything. Especially because she was in high school, right? They were like in high school. So, sorry. So she taught us an important lesson, like, you know, don't stick around just because your boyfriend's super hot. you know she taught us to move on and to chase our dreams. So and it's just kind of sad, because yes, I know she was like the dumb valley girl and that's why a lot of girls didn't want to like her, like, you know, because they're like, well, she's a dumb valley girl, why am I gonna like her? I was like, at the end of the day, she taught us the most important lesson, okay? Unlike fucking Kat, the other Pink Ranger, who just was a fucking homewrecker, okay? So, I mean, I'm just, eventually nobody really liked her either. But I thought this was kind of important too. What I was watching an interview with Walter, the original Black Ranger, Zach. It's so funny because he made a good point. Because I was watching some interviews and people kept asking him, you know, about the Black Ranger situation. And this is what he said. He said when the first pilot, the original Yellow Ranger, was actually supposed to be Mexican, and she got fired because she wanted more money. And it just so happens that the girl who played Trini, I think her name was Thui. I can't say the name. I'm sorry, but her name is very Vietnamese. So, Vietnamese. I mean, I'm sorry. But they say, you know, she just so happened to fit the character, and nobody thought about that. Oh, she's yellow and Yellow Ranger. They did know, however, for the Black Ranger, they did want to make the Black Ranger black, and a lot of people who showed up for that audition were more than fine with it, because they wanted to represent them being black. You know what I mean? These people wanted not just a show, but, you know, African Americans, black people themselves wanted to represent themselves. That's what he was saying. And he made a good point where he's all like, well, when they changed him to the White Ranger, nobody asked, you know, did it bother you because, you know, you're white? But everybody's asking me that. Why is that? He's all like, I'm perfectly fine with it. I wanted to be the Black Ranger. So he made a very good point. None of us questioned that. Like, none of us questioned the White Ranger. We didn't. I know it's because he was the Green Ranger at first, but still, it's like the show knew he's white and they made him white. I hope you guys like this video. And yeah, I'm about to end this now and I'm about to edit it. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye.